Those of you who are a bit masochistic, like me, may venture out onto Twitter. It's for those of us who are of abnormal constitution and can deal with Twitter's nonsense. Uh, you may know this already if you are on Twitter. If not, you may not, because this was largely a Twitter phenomenon, if I'm not mistaken. Let me get it up on screen. Wizards for Justice. These days, when anybody hollers about justice, it's usually social justice, and it's a bunch of baloney. This is really no different. So the employees of Wizards of the Coast decided to form a um, a group on Twitter called Wizards for Justice and complain about their parent company Hasbro not coming out with any type of stance on the Roe v. Wade decision. Um, there is, let's see if I can. It's big enough for everybody to read. It's wonderful text. Hopefully, you guys can read it. We, as employees of Wizards of the Coast, are frustrated, disappointed, and completely dissatisfied with Hasbro's out-of-touch, tone-deaf, and lackluster response to Friday's Supreme Court decision to overturn Roe versus Wade. This decision, that healthcare for marginalized individuals is a privilege based on location of means, violates basic human rights. Women are not marginalized individuals. The world is, there's half the world is women. So they were marginalized back in the day, not anymore. That can't be claimed. Not in any realistic fashion. At a bare minimum, any ethical organization should be offering health care, travel benefits, support, a clear message of solidarity. No. A clear message. Okay. Hasbro sells toys. No one should care what their stance is on Roe v. The company's stance on Roe v. Wade. It's a toy company. They should just sell toys. If they want to offer whatever they call health care to their employees, they can do that. There's no need to shout it out in the streets, on social media, in the news, or whatever. We stand against Roe v. Wade. You're a freaking toy company. Just sell toys. On Wednesday, June 29th, all employees are encouraged to take a day to reflect, nurture mental health, and show solidarity that Hasbro will not. It's one of those things like when Trump got elected, people thought that they should take the day off because they were so upset. So Roe v. Wade gets overturned, and now they have to take a day off. It's kind of weird, except the kind of part. Decisions like this cause suffering, and it's this that we ask on the same day Hasbro leadership to reflect on, particularly how messaging like this violates and stands in the face of a diverse and inclusive workforce, and creates yet another burden for allegedly, that's my word, and it fits, for already marginalized people. We also ask that leadership understand the policy, opinions, and perspectives. That policy, opinions, and perspectives are not the same thing. And respecting the ability for people to have varying opinions does not equal lack of damage and harm. Equating opinions and ignoring this is a choice towards harm. Harm. If Hasbro doesn't make a statement, they're harming people by not making a statement. Because a toy company making a statement matters at all. Additionally, we recommend that Hasbro acknowledge the disproportionate impact this ruling has on marginalized people Any government decision can disproportionately affect people on the margins. It's true. There's no getting around that. It's the effect of a hierarchy. Hierarchies tend to push those at the margin farther out on the edge, and it's up to individuals that care to help them out, not necessarily the hierarchy, although we just should be aware of that. Check out Jordan Peterson. He has a lot to say on that. Anyway, it does, whether you are for or against the decision, that's not the important thing. Why I'm bringing this up. Why I'm bringing this up is that people think that a toy company's opinion, stance matters. That a toy company needs to act in a particular way politically. And the other part is that they think they can demand it of their company. If it was me, I'd fire the whole lot of them. You're out of here. You can't demand of me anything. Bye. I'll hire people that will just do good work. How about that? Not a popular opinion, I know. Let's see here. Trolling Revolution. Hasbro basically started making a bunch of sets every year, and people couldn't keep up. Too much money. Also with the internet storefronts. Okay, I just jumped into something I don't. Just in the middle. We cannot organize society for people on the margin. Correct. They need to be taken care of, but society at large can't be organized that way. We have to organize it for people on the center, and I say that as a guy on the margin. I'm on the extreme far right of the IQ bell curve. Right. You can't plan, well, a society shouldn't be planned in a top-down manner anyway. I think we have some stark examples of that in history where planning at the highest level for everything in society has gone deadly wrong. Anyway, though, yes, wherever you stand on this issue is fine. It's not. I'm not talking about the issue itself, but the ridiculousness of a toy company's political stance being important at all.